trails going up to the gutters and the trees, across your roof line into your chimney, and across your roof line into the attic fan. And anyone can track that. My people are all trained to track animals, year round. But as we usually say, even a blind man can track in the snow. Anybody can track in the snow. So just take a look around your house. And when it snows, when you have a fresh snow, that's the best time to look.
Okay, let's talk about protecting one's house from becoming a den for animals.
Well, first of all, keep your house in good repair. And check your house, monitor your house. Yearly maintenance, checking the roof line, doing your caulking, your painting. When you're doing those kind of things, if you're doing it yourself, you check it. If not, you ask whatever tradesman or craftsman you have working on your house to caulk the areas that need caulking, let you know if there's any boards that need to be replaced, any areas that need to be screened off, and be proactive in your animal proofing.
Yeah, when I had raccoons move in on me, after we invited them out of the house, we screened the fireplace,
right,
and we screened the fan area as well, to keep them out. And this is stuff that a homeowner can do if he's handy.
It's been about, what, 10 years ago?
10 years, and I haven't had guests since.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess if you're handy, you can do it yourself, and if not, there are people we can call. We know Garen, we called you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I got to know Garen, because he lured the raccoons out of my house without hurting them, trapped them, and relocated them, which was wonderful because I don't kill things. And Garen took care of it for me. But then he showed me where, and this is the thing, what I could do. Now, okay, assuming it's too late for that and they're in your house, is there anything a homeowner can do to get them to not be happy and leave?
Well, there's a lot of old wives' tales. There's the Fritz Mondale solution, which is to play a loud radio and put lights up there and make it unpleasant for them in the daytime when they're trying to sleep. And it may or may not work. And then there's the old ammonia solution, and that is very unpleasant. Ammonia is not pleasant to deal with, not pleasant to breathe or get on your skin or your eyes, and it's dangerous and very unpleasant, unhealthy, and I do not recommend it. Then there's the mothballs, the perennial mothballs.
It doesn't work.
Not only does it not work, but that's one of the dumber things you can do. Mothballs both are paradichlorobenzene and naphthalene, and both are heavier than air. So if you put them above your head, and all the odor sinks down into your house, you're getting the full effect of all that odor. The animals are getting a minor effect.
Right, so the only critters that want to leave the house are the people.
The people, and it can make you sick. I mean, those things make you sick. And also, what if a little child eats one, or a pet eats one? It's just not a smart thing to do. It's not a good solution, folks.
So once they're in your house, probably your best solution is the solution which we turned to, which was call someone who knows what he's doing to set traps outside the house.
Have a professional capture the animals, get them out, and do a professional job of animal proofing. Now we use very high quality materials and workmanship, and we guarantee our animal proofing for 5 years. Now yours has been on for 10 years. I have some that I put on 30 years ago that's still effective.
And really, that's probably the best thing. And I don't know if we have time. You told me a horrible story about someone who had raccoons in his chimney, and he decided the best way to get rid of them was to put a fire in the fireplace.
Well, someone told him that. He called an expert, and they said, well, just start a fire, and a small fire will get them out, and then you can put a chimney cap on. It sounds like good common sense, so he did it. And then he called me afterward, and I went out there, and I found the babies had been cooked and split open, and it was just really awful. And the mother that was all the fur burned off her face, and
trying to save
blind
the babies.
in one eye, trying to get down to the babies through the fire. It was just a really pitiful mess. There was one baby that was still alive, one or two, and the mother, we got her. We We had to euthanize all of them.
Sure, birds like that.
Yeah, but I mean, there was
So-
just unnecessary.
No. Fire in the fireplace is not an idea, and even if they just die, you're going to deal with the smell of rotting dead animals, cooked
Oh, that's
animals.
much worse than having a live animal in your...
Okay,
in the
so,
fireplace.
Garen, we're going to go away from gruesome, and we're going to say that if you have animals in your house, the best thing you can do is call a professional. But more than that, Garen has been a resource for me with issues of animals, wildlife, for years and years, and his people are wonderful to ask to. So if you have a problem, they're callable. But if you have an issue with an animal and a question you need answering about animals, they're about the best people I've called in years. Garen, give them your phone number.
It's 24-hour hotline number, 847-870-7175.
And they can help with almost anything, and if they can't, they have the resources to tell you who you can contact who can. Thank you, Garen. We're now going to Save a Pet to show you some of the dogs and cats available there for adoption.
Thank you.
Very good.